Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In the previous class, we had an interesting introduction to the chapter Quadratic Equations with a lot of stories from the history of the past related to the study of quadratic equations. Today we'll take our introduction topic a little further just to identify whether the given equations are quadratic equations or not. Now, if you recall, the standard form of a quadratic equation was ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0 and a, b, c are all real numbers. So now in this chapter we are basically going to study about finding the solution of a quadratic equation, whereby I mean when I say solving is to find the values of x which will satisfy this equation, whereby it means how many solutions can I have to a given quadratic equation. It depends on the degree, and in this case for a quadratic equation the degree is 2, so I am going to get 2 possible real values of x which is going to satisfy this equation, which means that if I put those values of x in this equation to the LHS, then the LHS will also reduce to 0, so that the LHS and RHS both become equal to 0. And when I say, and that is the reason why the solutions are known as zeros of a polynomial, because then this becomes equal to 0. Other name that we give to zeros of this equation is roots. We also call them roots. So always remember, roots and zeros when asked differently in a question mean the same. That is the solution for this quadratic equation. Now, in today's class, we are going to take the study of our introduction a little further, whereby we are going to see various situations of equations given to us and whether they actually are quadratic equations or not, and also take up a few examples of real life situations and form the quadratic equation from that situation. And these will be from your first exercise, that is exercise 4.1. So now, going to this exercise from the book, the first question says, check whether the following are quadratic equations. Now I take the first example first. So the first example is x plus 1 whole square is equal to 2 into x minus 3. Now, just by looking at this equation, in the first instance, I feel that when I try to compare it with this general form, there is no parity. They look so much dissimilar to each other. So what do? So I do not come to any conclusion at this stage only. If you look at it very carefully and compare it, here the equation has the mathematical expression in the form of terms which are separated from each other, 3 terms. Now in this case we have factor form. If you try to analyze x plus 1 whole square, it actually means x plus 1 into x plus 1. And here also it is in the multiplication form. So we are going to simplify it further till the time we come to an expression form just like this, so that all the terms are separated from each other. And then we will decide whether it's a quadratic polynomial equation or not. So let us start simplifying it. So, or this is a plus b whole square, so it is a square plus b square plus 2 into ab equal to 2x minus 6. Or I am constantly going to look at this and try to simplify it in such a way that I have towards the RHS only 0 and I take all the terms to the LHS. So this will give me x square plus 1 plus 2x minus 2x plus 6 equal to 0. Now I simplify further, adding or subtracting adding the like terms. So I get x square, and this and this will cancel each other, and this and this are like terms, so this gives me plus 7 equal to 0. Now if I try to compare it with the standard form of a quadratic equation, then you can see very well that this is a quadratic equation. Why? Because its degree is 2 and it doesn't have the bx term because b is 0, but it has the c term, that is 7, and this is a quadratic equation. So I hope you have understood this. Let us take one more example from the exercise. So we'll take the example 7. Now if you look at the example 7, it says x plus 2 whole cube is equal to 2x into x square minus 1. Now let us try to, again as I said, try to simplify it. This is in the factor form because it is x plus 2 whole cube, and here also we can factorize it, and then we'll bring all the terms to this side so that we have only 0 to the RHS and simplify it. So or this is a plus b whole cube, that is a cube plus b cube plus 3 into a square b plus 3 into a b square equal to 2x cube minus, if I multiply, this will be minus 2x, or bring them to this side, so this will give me x cube plus 8 plus 6x square plus 12x, this comes here, so minus 2x cube plus 2x equal to 0. Now again I add the like terms, so x cube minus 2x cube will give me minus x cube, then I have plus 6x square, then I have this and this gets added, so that is 14x and plus 8 equal to 0. So clearly I cannot simplify it further. I have all the terms of the expression separate, and here clearly it has a degree of 3, so it is a cubic equation. Obviously it's not a quadratic equation, it's a cubic equation. I hope you have understood the concept. So just the same way you are going to try the other parts of the first question, question number 1. And now let me take one word problem, that is a real life situational problem, which can be reduced to the quadratic equation form. So that is your second question of the exercise. We'll just discuss one of them. So we'll take the second part. Now if I read the question says that represent the following situations in the form of a quadratic equation, and these are all real life situations. So let us look at the second part. It says the product of two consecutive positive integers is 306. We need to find the integers. Now we have to represent it in a quadratic equation form. We know that the integers are positive and they are consecutive. So if they are consecutive, it only means that the second integer will always be the first integer plus 1. So that is how we get the consecutive integers, plus 1, plus 1. So you know that already. So if the first integer is x, then the second, first you write down positive integer is x, then the second positive integer is x plus 1, the consecutive integer. Therefore, according to the problem, The product of the two consecutive integers is 306. So I can say x into x plus 1 is equal to 306. Or if I multiply x square plus x is equal to 306. Now again, keeping only 0 to the RHS, if I transpose it to this side, LHS, so this will give you x square plus x minus 306 equal to 0. So this is the situation represented in the form of a quadratic equation. Just the same way you're going to do the other parts. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, do not forget to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with your friends and family. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. Until next time, enjoy the beauty of mathematics. Bye.